All right, this is our social media marketing plan report. Our group is Cole Williams, Matthew Murdoch, and Andrew Ferguson. I'll turn it over to Andrew.
So for our SMM report, we did Waikem Subaru. And the first part that we conducted was the SWOT analysis. This analyzes the internal and external aspects of the organization, and it impacts the choices they make. The strengths of their social media presence was their Facebook. Their posting frequency was really good, being from 2 to 5 days. And then they also have all of their other social media platforms actually created: Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And then their weaknesses are their Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Even though they have them created, they're not utilized very well. LinkedIn is an unclaimed profile as of right now. Their Twitter and Instagram, some of their most recent posts are as of 2017, 2018. So it seems like these were created, they're just not utilized very well. And so with those weaknesses, there's a lot of opportunities for growth there. It really just takes some time for them to get in all of those platforms, build them up, add the basic information on each of them. And then once those are all built up pretty well, it's important to make a content strategy and a content calendar and stick to that to build that profile even more. And some of the basic threats are competitors. A lot of car dealerships use social media pretty heavily because social media is the perfect way to display their vehicles, promotions, and things like that. So their social media audit was conducted, and this is a little similar to the SWOT analysis, but it's a little more in depth. So the Facebook, their about section is complete with all of the most important information that consumers need: the website, the photos, messenger function, all the things that consumers need to reference if they want to visit the dealership. And then their Twitter is very underutilized. There's very little interaction. They just a couple followers and 92 tweets. And again, the last tweet was as of 2018. Kind of similar on the Instagram, underutilized. There's 2 posts. The bio section's not complete, and the last post was 2017. LinkedIn is probably the worst out of all of these. It's an unclaimed account, so it's really hard to tell who made this, if they made this, or if it's a bot account or something like that. And there's no information at all, just the name of the dealership. And then, so the recommendations I kind of talked about in the SWOT, but it's first is to build up all of the social media accounts, add all that basic information in there, and then develop a content strategy. And this is pretty simple. It's just which audiences on which platforms do we want to appeal to, and how are we going to get them to interact with our posts. And then after this, a comprehensive content calendar. So for each platform, develop a content calendar: which days of the week we're going to post, what we're going to post, what times we're going to post it. And then once these are all created for each individual platform, put it into one master calendar, and then really follow that very strictly. And as time goes on, they're going to build a better presence. And then continue to post organically, because they're not in a place right now where they should use paid media. That'll come in time. But for now, organic is going to be the main key to build up. And then user interaction. Once the profiles are built up, they need to really encourage their social media followers to share the content relating to the dealership. And this can be done a variety of ways. Stories promoting the dealership: hey, come on in, hey, we have this promotion. The use of hashtags, and then just connecting with these users, because this is going to show a really friendly relationship to other users on social media and hopefully get them interested in the dealership.
So really their target market aligns with what Subaru of America bases their target market off of: consumers that are very concerned with safety, animal lovers, and then adventure and outdoor fun. Waikem Subaru, January through November of this year, has sold 664 new vehicles. And the picture on the slide is their area of responsibility. Subaru of America uses census tracts for their area of responsibility. They are only able to do physical advertising within their AOR, that such as billboards. One thing with social media is they are able to reach more consumers to drive business into their dealership. Waikem Subaru has about 6% of the market share, which is about 2% above what Subaru of America has on a national level. Also for their service department, they have roughly about 5,000 units in operation within their AOR. So meaning that there are 5,000 Subarus that could come into their dealership for service. Their business goals, Waikem really stands behind their initiative, the Waikem way. Take care of the customer first, and then the customer will take care of them. Having that hometown, that family atmosphere within their dealership really builds the loyalty with their customers. Another business goal would be to increase sales throughout the dealership, as in new car sales, used car sales, as well as service and parts. Minimum sales responsibility, MSR. This is something that Subaru of America tracks for their dealers. Their goal is to obtain 100%. They are at 86% right now as of November 2021. This has increased over 30% in the last 12 to 18 months. So the more minimum sales responsibility they have, to increase that number, the more cars that they will be able to gain out of our allocation system. Their main goal is to increase market share within their AOR, and then take down their competitors within sales.
All right, thanks, Matthew. I'm Cole Williams. I wanted to talk a little bit today about some of the main search engine optimization and social media optimization techniques that Waikem Subaru should use to help promote their online presence and user interaction. According to Tootin, SEO is the process of modifying content, site characteristics, and content connections to achieve improved search engine rankings. The main SEO technique that Waikem Subaru needs to incorporate in their toolbox is to create a link wheel. A link wheel is a structure of linked social media sites, blogs, and web pages that point users toward the money-making site, which in this case is Waikem Subaru's website. More in-depth research and a discussion about link wheels will be featured on the next slide. Tootin also describes social media optimization as a process that makes it more likely for content on a specific social media platform to be more visible and linkable in online communities. As Andrew mentioned, there are multiple social media sites that are underutilized by the dealership. And as Waikem Subaru begins to update these sites and help develop their link wheel, they should add share tools for those platforms in addition to the Facebook and YouTube share tools that they already have on their website. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about the focused link wheel research that we did. We took a deeper dive to get into the details of link wheels and which structures would set Waikem Subaru up for greater exposure and success. As I mentioned, Waikem Subaru would take the center hub position on the link wheel, and the social media sites, blogs, and other web pages would take the outer wheel positions. The Waikem family also has some cross-brand sites and accounts that they could use to feature some of those links on the outer wheel. Link juice is a term that's associated with a search engine ranking that links give to the main page. During our research, multiple ways to increase link juice were uncovered. And those include avoiding reciprocal linking, which is linking from one website to the main site and then the main site back to the other website as much as possible, to use fewer links on each page, to focus on featuring links in the body of the content instead of other places on the web page, to use the links on trusted sites, which include the social media sites and other trusted blog platforms, and to be sure that the links have traffic and are used over time. Further, if Waikem Subaru has enough resources to create an advanced link wheel, like the diagram on the right, this would be more beneficial to help them deter search engine crawlers from recognizing the basic link wheel pattern and penalizing their search engine result.
So their social media marketing campaign, Subaru of America does a lot of marketing campaigns throughout the year, as their Subaru Love Promise initiatives. One event going on right now, November through January, is the Share the Love event, $250 for every new vehicle sold. The customer can pick a local or national charity to donate that money to. Waikem Subaru does a pretty good job on getting this on their social media platform of Facebook. But as Andrew said in the beginning in the SWOT analysis, Facebook is mainly their primary social media platform. One thing in their campaign that they can do is have accessory display. So how can the consumer, personalize their vehicle to their liking? As you see on the slide, this is an accessory display at one of their competitors within Northeast Ohio. This is something that they could do within their showroom to really showcase that on their social media platforms, so the consumer or the customer can come in and look at different accessories for their vehicle, as well also for fixed operations, that is parts and service. Waikem Subaru does work with an outside vendor for marketing campaigns, mainly using email and then direct mail. Maybe putting one of those coupons on their social media platforms to drive business back to their dealership. They could do product videos. So Subaru has one of the best mid-model year updates for all their model. So, if there's a new vehicle that shows up or a new product that was just recently updated, they could take video and, post on one of their platforms to stop on in to look at the new vehicle that just showed up. They could do technology walkthroughs, maybe frequently asked questions. Technology continues to build and become more advanced in vehicles today. There's a lot of questions around how do I pair my Bluetooth? Well, the salespeople or anybody at Waikem Subaru could make that video and then post on their platform to continually, drive business back into the dealership and then increase their followers.
And the last section I wanted to talk about today is measuring and evaluating social media performance. In order to measure the effectiveness of the social media campaign and account that Waikem Subaru has, they must first establish some KPIs or key performance indicators. 3 good KPIs for the dealership to measure are engagement rate, follower growth, and reach analysis. Engagement rate is the sum of interactions, which are comments, likes, and shares, divided by the number of fans spread out over a period of time. Follower growth is the number of followers that social media accounts gain over time. And reach analysis is the number of people that are seeing Waikem Subaru's content. This could be because it's shared or liked or commented on by someone that they follow, or because they themselves follow the dealership's account. There are also multiple tools available to help analyze social media marketing performance. They could choose to use the individual data analytics features that the social media sites offer, but this would restrict the information to just each site's content, and it could be time consuming to do this for all of the social media platforms that they use. So we recommend that the dealership enrolls in a tool such as Social Mention or Hootsuite to assist them in tracking these KPIs, and this will give them even more data that's available as they continue to progress in their social media marketing journey and want to look at other things as well.